Hello guys, welcome to another YouTube channel video. Today I'll be explaining the trade breakdown, the trade that I took on Wednesday 25th of September 2024, as you can see, right? So the topic that I'm going to speak about today is a trade that I've taken on Wednesday while I was backtesting 25th of September 2024, right? So going on the daily, let me make it clear. On the weekly time frame, my bias was clearly bullish, so anything that's aligning with the weekly bias being bullish will be considered as a high probability trade. So on the daily time frame, you can clearly see Monday went up, Tuesday went up. So Wednesday, what will we do? Yes, you can argue that there is a daily supply zone. Yes, there are always going to be supply and demands, and this is the supply and the demand that I've marked as of now. No fair value gaps, market structure shifts, right? So according to how this Tuesday candle close, I don't trade the pullbacks, I trade with the trend, but sometimes I do if it's clean enough. Like in the live markets today, I have taken a trade, and today's trade is clearly based on the fair value gap. To my bias is clearly bullish, but before going to the upside, it makes sense for the market to go down to this demand zone, right? So we can also take the demand zone trade if it is clean. Like today was so clean, it made so much sense to fill up this fair value gap, and also we waited for our entry signal. We entered at our session. That was the key point. So if you are getting a trade in your session and it's clean enough, you can take the trade, it seems. But don't break your rules. Sometimes it's like there will be times when you will get a beautiful trade like today, right? That trade was literally, it's still running, so let's see what happens. But obviously there will be times like that, and you have to take advantage of that. But don't break your rules as much as you can. You have to be, obviously you have to adapt in the markets, so on and so forth. But now let me go to the trade, because this video is about the trade, not about that live trading, right? So going on Wednesday, my bias was bullish, so I go to DXY as always to confirm my bias. So on DXY, my bias was clearly bearish according to how this Tuesday candle closed. And yeah, I trade with the daily bias. I have made my trading so simple. Now I will go to the 4 hourly. Like, trading is simple, bro. All you gotta do is analyze the market before entering the markets. Before entering a trade, you should analyze the markets to the T, and that is when you will literally if you only trade specific pairs, then you will create a bond with the pairs. Genuinely, I'm not even joking. Clearly we can see the market is going up, literally filling up all of the gaps, and there are no gaps, clearly showing that the price action is beautiful as of now. So obviously that is when I go to the H1 time frame to wait for the Asian range to close, because without the Asian range closing, I don't do nothing usually. So after the Asian range closed, there were no demand zones. As you can see, the only demand zone that I could spot was the H1 demand zone. So a trade like this would make sense. I don't know why I took a trade, McModel trade here, but obviously it was a loss, and losses are part of the game. We took a loss here, anticipating a reaction from this sort of demand zone here from the M15. This was the M15 demand that was here, and we got a rejection here exactly at our timing. This trade was based on my timing, and I entered at the equilibrium of this level, and this could have been a winner. And I also kept in mind that the previous day volume was so high, so it made sense for the market to give a McModel. So according to that knowledge, I have taken this trade. This trade was clearly a losing trade, and losing is part of the game. We got stopped out. We have learned from this trade, so obviously we have gained some knowledge from this trade. So yeah, at the end of the day, even if you're winning or losing a day trade, it's part of the game. And clearly now, if I show you the daily time frame, and on the daily time frame, you can see the market, the price was literally going up. This was very uncertain, meaning this could happen to anyone anytime, right? So obviously if you are a pro trend trader, you would look for buys, and then the next thing you know is the trend has shifted. Now the bias has shifted, so you can't do nothing in that case. You have followed your plan, you have followed your rules. Obviously in the live markets, I would have not executed this trade because this was not clean enough. The demand zone was not in our timing. But yeah, losing a part of the game, and I've learned from this trade. So I've also journaled this trade. You can have a watch on this. And yeah, it was a low probability trade. I've also written there, and there was no news. Okay, I've not shown you the news. And also there was no news, as you can see on Wednesday, there was no news. So yeah,